You guys, today I'm doing almost a full face of Victoria Beckham. So I have some things that are new to me, but not new to the brand. And then last week I bought a couple of things that are new. One of them is the contour stick. I haven't even opened this one yet. I've only seen one person talk about this, but I was super impressed how easily it blended out. So we're giving that a go. And just recently she came out with 3 new eyeliners in glorious colors. And when I saw this green, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm going to have to do that. I love her eyeliners. We're gonna play around with the lips and with the cheeks a little bit. On my face right now, I'm wearing a tinted sunscreen. It's just a little bit of tint. I can still see redness and whatnot. And I'm just wondering, do I wanna leave that or not? And I think what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna mix my Givenchy and my Dior. This is a little pink, but it works really well on me, and this is a little yellow and a little light, and it doesn't work that well. And I think I'm just going to put these on my hand and just kind of do something on my cheeks. Yeah, okay, a little light. Okay, I've never done that before, where I just kind of did concealer all over the face. So I'm going to scooch in, and I think the first thing we're going to do is the eye pencil. And I'm going to pull out this big mirror and move you in close, and let's see. I practiced this last night amazingly fast when I did it on my right eye. I'm right-handed. We'll see what happens when we get to my left eye. Mirror's in place, and I'm just going to take my fingers and make sure there's no sunscreen or moisturizer. I want it to be kind of dry, but not powder dry. And I don't want to put on anything else. I don't want to put on concealer. We're going in with the green color. I did play with this last night, so it's not quite as sharp as it was yesterday. And this is the color. I think it's so fun and playful. And let's give this a go. So first I'm opening my eyes to see where I want this little wingy dingy to be. It's super important, especially when you're hooded. Now when I did this, I already had makeup on because it arrived after I did my makeup yesterday. And having your lashes already curled and mascaraed on really helps to decide where that wing is, because you kind of want the wing to go the same direction so it blends in with your lashes. I think actually when wings first started, they weren't so much about a wing. When your eyes were open, you couldn't really see them as much. That's my guess. Anyway, eyes open, looking straight ahead, and I think that's what is going to be the problem, is I don't have the mascara on. And it's not as sharp as it was last night. That's a little bit better. These are incredibly soft, and they don't pull on your skin, and I hardly touched when I did this last night. And I was using a different mirror, so that will be interesting as well. So there's an idea of what I'm doing, and now I'm going to do the old, popping it out a little bit and bringing it down. So we have that weird 7, and just going to check in this mirror. Now if you can't get something just as sharp as you want, don't worry about it. You can always go in with a brush or a Q-tip and just kind of remove it and make it sharper. And now I'm just going to line here. These are malleable. You have time to work with them, but once they set, they set. And it's interesting, when I wash my face a few hours after I put this on, so it's almost kind of like a Z, zinc, 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 except I'm not taking this out. It took a while to get it off when I washed it on. They're fantastic in that manner. Now, This is one of the best smudgers I've ever come across. It's not too hard. And you can go in with this. I'm going to pull it taut. And I'm feeling around my eyeball a little bit. And the inside edge, I just want to shear it a little bit. You could, of course, use these in the more typical way. You know, just do an upper waterline or something like that. But I feel that with colors like this, it's just the time to play a little bit. I'm just going to deepen up. And then I'm going to go right about here, right outside my pupil, or right to my pupil. And I'm going to pull again, because I'm going to do right here. I'm hardly touching. And I think this just makes it a little bit like a graphic liner, but for some reason this color doesn't look too crazy. I am going to continue looking down because I'm so hooded. I'm telling you, once these set up, it's not going to transfer all over the place, but I want to give it a minute and just let this set before I go work on this eye where both my eyes will be wide open. And you don't need to see this eye, but I will tell you, since I have some time to kill, that my eyes are uneven, just like most people, but my tear duct gland protrudes right here, and it's difficult to work with. Not only is it, well, there's a little more space under here or a little less under here, but I have this thing kind of popping out. I'll be back in a snap. So I'm just working around here, and this one, I got it to a degree that actually I don't even want to blend this one out. This one I blended out just because you could go in here with something else or just have this kind of nice fade, but here is the true graphic liner, which I did a great job on this side. So you know what? I'm going to leave it like that and just do the inner. And now I'm going to wait for this to set up before we go with everything else. I like this so much that I ended up redoing this one. Again, super hard to do an exact match, but you get the idea. Graphic liner, and what's not fun and summer about that? But you can absolutely use it with eyeshadows and do something a little less statement-y. Let's go on with this. I got this in the color Marble. Ooh, this packaging is enamel. Really nice. And it should be, because it's pretty expensive, ounce for ounce. I didn't do the research, but ounce for ounce, it's more. It's more. And I'm going to compare it to two other things. This is something I should throw away from NYX, which is a nice contour. So there's the Victoria Beckham and there's the NYX. This is quite cool. It's ideal for my skin tone. And let's see if I can, if this is the Gucci Westman. It is. This is Biscuit, and Biscuit's right here. I feel that they are both cooler than this one. Let's have some fun. I might even contour my nose because it's such a small contour. So I like to do my contour like a triangle and do it a little higher than the cheekbone. Not much. I mean, this is my cheekbone right here. And especially if you're doing a makeup look, it's going to be pretty simple, which this will be because the eye is not simple. I like to do something right here. And for me, I think a lot of people do contour off. It doesn't really make any sense. If you have a short forehead, don't contour up here. It's going to make it shorter. If you have a wide forehead, then you might want to go over here. If you're my age, if you're in your 60s or your 50s, you might be experiencing fat loss in your face. And a lot of women, right through here, this kind of sinks in. I do not have that problem. So for me, doing a little contour in this zone is fine. I also do not contour my jowls because it looks like you're contouring your jowls. The people who can contour that area, ironically, do not need to. Now, the person I saw do it was not super exact. She was just kind of putting it all over her face, so maybe that will make a difference. I'm going to take this 04 brush from Refer. I can hardly see in this light. Grace is trying to open the door. She's finally figured out how to use her paws as tools. It took her a long time. And when I blend it in, I pull up because you want your cheekbones to be high versus low, right? I have a feeling I'm not doing a super great job because, again, we have no light, so I have all these lights shining on me and they're kind of blinding me. But I can tell you this, that it's blending out very nice and that the color, I think, is pretty subtle. So I brought out 2 cheek colors to play with. I thought I brought out 3, but I can't see anything. One is a little bit warmer and more neutral. I think I'm going to do this one, or I think would probably be great just blended together. I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to put some more here and just picking it up like yay. Just a little something. Just a little higher than the contour. It has a really natural look, which I think is appropriate when the eyeshadow is absolutely not natural in any shape, way, or form. And this color, actually, I think I could put up here. It's almost a bronzed look for me. There. So when she first came out with her line, very, very neutral. You know Victoria Beckham, and when you see her in pictures, you don't think, oh, so much color. It's neutral, 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 maybe neutral with a red lip, and that was what her line was when she first came out with it. But then she started introducing a little bit of color, and I do have another blush, but it wouldn't be appropriate with this look. That is stunning. It's kind of an orange color. And I also got this beautiful lip color, which we could do. We're going to play around when we get to lips because it's totally appropriate to do that. But I want to go on with this highlighter. I love this packaging. It just has such a beautiful vintage look to it. And I don't have free space right here. And this is my kind of color because it's not too pink. It's not too warm. It depends on the light when you're looking at it, but I think it's just lovely. And this is what it looks like here. So you can see there's going to be pink in here somewhere, or peachiness, which is ideal because for me, I want my highlighter, oftentimes, I want it to just like a gloss on my skin. Look at that. It's so pretty. I do love a cream highlighter. And if you want, you could put a little bit right down the nose. Oh, but we want to contour the nose. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'm going to do my brows, and I'm going to do some mascara, and then we're going to try to contour the nose and play with lip colors. All right, I've done a little bit of mascara, and I've done my brows, and I went in with this, with my magnifying mirror again. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, and the wand is so small that if I get the right mirror out and take my time, I can get these teeny little hairs that are growing in from my serum, but they're really blonde and I think a little uneven. This eye is really, it's doing its job. So this is almost the final look, you guys. Very neutral face with an eye look that is graphic, but when my eye is open, it doesn't look that crazy. When it's closed, it's like, oh, wow. And I'm enjoying that. So let's do a neutral lip and then we'll do a vibrant lip. And again, I will write the colors down below because I have no idea where my magnifying glass is. This is such a wonderful neutral color for my skin tone. Okay, so this is choice number 1. Time to take down the hair since we're getting to the end. Color number 1. Color number 2 is a little bit pinky. I like that too, actually. So this is shade number 2 and color number 3. And this color, so vibrant and so fabulous. I'm not sure because of the light situation you'll be able to see it's like a violet. If you're new here, you know this is my jam. And look how opaque it is. And I find that it stains your lips, so it actually stays on for a long time. And there you go. It's totally fun. I think I need a little bit of powder and, oh, my under eyes are looking horrifying today. There we go. I love this. I tell you what, you guys, I don't feel self-conscious doing this. I mean, it is quite the look, but I still love it. I think putting that powder on really helped everything. You can see the colors better. And I do think this lip color absolutely works with it. In fact, I like it better than a neutral, but you may prefer just to do a neutral face. Let's do the one thing I was going to do, which we haven't done yet. We're going to try to contour the nose. I think contouring the nose is extraordinarily dangerous. So a lot of people start up here and go all the way down, and I think that's difficult. What I don't love about my nose, but believe me, it doesn't make me crazy. I don't obsess about it. She keeps on opening this door. She's just going in circles. She's going in the back, then going to the front door and coming in here. But every time she does, the light that I'm getting from the bathroom window goes away. So, yeah. Anyway, this is the part that bothers me. So I find if you look down, you can get a nice view, or if you look up. But I think down's a little bit better. So I'm just considering what's going on here. And this is hard for me to do while showing you and looking in the mirror at the same time. And I'm just continuing that line. And here's where my nose gets a little bit thick, and that's the part that bothers me a little bit. I also think you have to have very even light when you do your nose contour, because if you have light coming from different sources, one's low and one's high, it's going to cast a shadow. Yeah, I think I did a good job, but when I look in this mirror, I'm like, no. But again, I've got such a weird light situation going on here. Now, how do you blend this out? Let's try it with the fingers. Is it going to be that complicated? Nope. Actually, it's pretty easy with the finger. I just don't like my nose contour. I don't like it on me, certainly. Or it may photograph nice, but it doesn't mean that it looks nice in real life. Yeah. I think nose contour looks absolutely brutally stupid on me. But, you know, if you're into it, I find the best way to do a nose contour is to just put color, a light color, on the top, like A. It will make your nose look straighter and thinner. That's the best way to go about it. And you can do that with a beauty blender, with your finger, or with an eyeshadow brush. Alright, you guys, so what do I think about this contour? I think it's nice. Again, light really, really bad, so I'm not sure if this color is right for me, but I think it works very nicely. I think it blends in very nicely, and I will use it again when I'm wearing foundation instead of just sunscreen and then concealer to see what's going on. Look at this highlighter. I hardly put any on. I'm just going over with this clean brush because I feel like it's a lot. Alright, that's going to wrap it up, you guys. There, now that I went over the Beauty Blender and I'm looking in my monitor, I do think this color actually works for me quite nicely. Let me just do right here and right here with the Beauty Blender. I'm certainly going to use this again. I'm keeping this. I like it. And you'll see me use it again with maybe just a Beauty Blender maybe instead of drawing it on my face, I'll do what I often do, is pick it up with a brush and then apply it, and we'll try different ways. But I do like it. I think marble probably works well on me. And you guys, that's gonna wrap this one up. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart. And I'm wishing you good health.